Here's what's making news at midday. An emotional day in Waukesha as multiple people impacted in the Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy get a chance to speak directly to the man convicted of driving through it. Also, former President Trump teasing a big announcement tonight in what many believe could be the launch of his 2024 presidential campaign. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. Mark is off this afternoon. We're going to start, of course, with the weather. Winter arrived this morning, and it's been impacting driving on side streets and the interstate. An alert day is in effect today, so let's get right to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Chris?
I can't help but smile. Everybody knows that I like snow at this point. I'm not even going to hide it. But yeah, we've had a day, and the good news is that it hasn't been terrible on the road. So it's been a snow that's come down. It's pretty, and it's not really sticking to the roads right now. So this is the snow that everyone tends to like. It's that kind of snow. But it's still coming down, and there are some bands that are a little heavier. I'm looking at this band right now coming off of Milwaukee County towards Waukesha over towards Lake Mills. That's where we're seeing a heavier band of snow that's being influenced by Lake Michigan. Our winds are coming off of the east, so you're seeing a little bit of lake enhancement just away from the lake shore there. So that's been one thing to watch. Notice a lot of that moisture down to the south, now a little bit farther to the north. So we're still going to see that steady snow throughout the day, but we're starting to limit how much more of that's going to move northward before it's everything back towards the west that starts to move towards the south and east later on. Still, though, some decent, steady, light snow is falling throughout the area. Oh, 33 degrees. Look at that. Just a beautiful shot. Some of the little ice on our camera there, all the rooftops being white, makes me want to listen to Christmas music.
Yeah, I
just
hear
a wee bit. Yeah, so it is a good weather day out there, Susan, in terms of, yes, it's snowing, but it's not really sticking to the roads a ton right now. Still, I want to encourage everyone to slow down. Slow down. There could be slick spots, but above anything, the roads are wet. Slow down. Give yourself some extra time while you're out and about.
That is very good advice. All right, Chris, we'll check back with you in just a little while. Thank you. Stay with News 3 now all day on your phone. Make sure you have our First Warn weather app. It will give you real-time updates on snow totals, radar, and where the roads are dangerous. Search Channel 3000 Weather to find it in your app store. If you're wondering whether the snow will impact your leaf pickup, the answer is yes. The Streets Division says you can expect delays in pickup and the street sweeping that follows. That process uses water, so temperatures need to rise before crews can go out. You can also take your leaves to a city drop-off site. Hours and locations are different this year, so before you load up your car or truck, check cityofmadison.com. In other news this noon, at this hour, dozens of people who were hurt or saw a loved one killed or injured in the Waukesha Christmas parade plan to speak at Darrell Brooks' sentencing hearing. Earlier today, the hearing was interrupted after an anonymous threat was made to the Waukesha County Courthouse. Last year, Brooks drove his SUV through the parade, killing 6 and injuring several others. A jury convicted him of 76 charges, including 6 counts of first-degree intentional homicide, each of those carrying a mandatory life sentence. Judge Jennifer Doro set aside today for victim impact statements and tomorrow for sentencing. Prosecutors have said at least 45 people have asked to speak in court, including 9 children. Brooks told the judge that 9 people will speak on his behalf. Former President Trump is teasing a big announcement later tonight from his home and club in Florida. Bradley Blackburn has more from West Palm Beach.
Outside Mar-a-Lago today, supporters are already flying Trump 2024 flags and eagerly awaiting word.
You're hoping he runs for president?
I'm hoping he runs for president. That's what we're looking for.
I'm going to be making a very big announcement.
For months, the former president has been dropping hints he wants his old job back. And sources close to Donald Trump tell CBS News he intends to launch his 2024 presidential campaign tonight from Mar-a-Lago. This comes on the heels of disappointing GOP results in the midterms, with some important Trump-backed candidates losing to Democrats.
Donald Trump kept saying, and we're going to be winning so much, we'll get tired of winning. I'm tired of losing. I mean, that's all he's done.
Anticipating tonight's announcement, President Biden tweeted a new ad hitting his predecessor on what's now Biden's signature legislation.
I want to rebuild our infrastructure first. Infrastructure.
Trump also brings legal baggage to a potential candidacy, including his handling of classified documents that followed him all the way here to Mar-a-Lago and the New York Attorney General's investigation into his business practices. But there are other things Trump has that potential rivals don't. Nearly $100 million in campaign funds, a devoted base of at least 30% in any 2024 primary contest, a full digital operation with more than 50 million voter contacts, and support at state and local party levels.
He comes into this not just as the biggest name in the party, but with the biggest bank account. And that's certainly something he'll use to his advantage.
Announcing early could pressure potential GOP rivals like former VP Mike Pence or Governors Ron DeSantis of Florida and Glenn Youngkin of Virginia to move faster, or it could scare them off. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Just yesterday, Trump defied a subpoena from the Select House Committee investigating the January 6th attack. He is suing to avoid testifying. Turning to Arizona now, that state will have 2 Democratic senators and a Democratic governor for the first time in half a century. It took nearly a week to count the votes, but CBS News projects Democrat Katie Hobbs will be the next governor of Arizona, defeating Republican Kari Lake. Hobbs tweeted, "Democracy is worth the wait." Secretary of State Hobbs defended the legitimacy of the last election, in contrast to Lake, a former TV anchor backed by former President Trump.
It took nearly a week to count the votes, but CBS News.
Sorry about that. Last night after the race was called, Lake tweeted, "Arizonans know BS when they see it." Under Arizona law, a recount is triggered when a candidate loses by half a percentage point or less. At this point, it looks like Lake will not meet that threshold. The Biden administration wants Congress to approve $10 billion to fund its COVID-19 response. A government source says the money is needed to fund COVID treatments, research, and development of a next-generation vaccine. Following the midterm elections, Congress has entered into a lame duck session before it breaks for the holidays. Lawmakers also must pass a government funding bill or face a shutdown. We are now seeing new evidence that older adults are catching RSV at a higher rate. The CDC says about 6 in every 100,000 seniors have been hospitalized with the respiratory virus. It's a much lower rate than in children, but for seniors, RSV is about 10 times higher than in years before the COVID pandemic. Doctors say this could be a result of adults relaxing previous COVID health safety measures, including masking and social distancing. Well, it's hard to believe Thanksgiving is just over a week away, and AAA predicts almost 55 million of us will travel for the holiday. That's up 1.5% from last year and nearly back to pre-pandemic levels. The vast majority will drive, but air travel is expected to jump to nearly 8% with the cruise lines back in business. AAA predicts cruise ship, bus, and train travel will jump 23% over last year.
The desire for people to get back together with loved ones, they're going to do it no matter what the cost. They're going to budget in other areas of their life, but travel doesn't appear to be one of them.
Gas prices are about 36 cents a gallon higher than this time last year. That's about a 10% increase. According to NerdWallet, car rentals are a bit cheaper than last year, but they've climbed 47% since October of 2019. Several airports around the country have warned they may run out of parking spaces, so they're encouraging people to book their parking spaces ahead of time. The busiest day to drive is expected to be Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. That's a week from tomorrow already. There's more to come today on News 3 Now at noon. We'll tell you why several airlines across the U.S. were fined more than $7 million. That story and more coming up in the Money Watch report.
Dress up your home for the holidays at Waukesha Furniture ETC. Add color and cheer to your home this holiday season with stylish seasonal decor during our holiday sale. Let us brighten your room with unique accessories and great savings during the holiday sale going on now at Waukesha Furniture ETC.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
Volunteering offers more than benefits for those served. Volunteers reap health benefits from the time they give. RSVP of Dane County's Driver Services Program needs volunteers to provide rides to medical appointments and deliver meals to older adults in Dane County. Ideal candidates are of legal driving age, love to drive, and meet new people. Schedules are very flexible, and volunteer drivers will use their own vehicles and are reimbursed for mileage. To make a difference, please contact RSVP of Dane County today.
Fry Construction wants to thank you for once again voting us Best of Madison 3 years running with 27% off gutters or insulation. Your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best of Madison 3 years in a row. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Save 27% off gutters or insulation with any full roof replacement project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Right now, score the lowest prices of the year at Brothers Maine. You won't find lower prices anywhere. And enjoy our free delivery. Shop family-owned Brothers Maine's low price guarantee on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota trucks.
Get 3.49% APR for 48 months on a new Toyota Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Dress up your home for the holidays at Waukesha Furniture ETC. Add color and cheer to your home this holiday season with stylish seasonal decor during our holiday sale. Let us brighten your room with unique accessories and great savings during the holiday sale going on now at Waukesha Furniture ETC.
The Biden administration's student loan forgiveness program was dealt yet another blow Monday, leaving 26 million applicants in limbo. A federal appeals court in Missouri is the latest to block it in response to a legal challenge filed by 6 Republican-led states. The Department of Education had stopped accepting applications after a judge in Texas blocked it as unlawful last week. Ahead of the busy holiday travel season, the Department of Transportation says it has fined 6 airlines more than $7 million for extreme delays in refunding travelers. The department also announced that airlines have issued $600 million in refunds to customers for canceled or significantly changed flights since the start of the pandemic. The DOT launched a customer dashboard recently to help travelers determine what they're owed if their flight is impacted. And according to multiple reports, Amazon is the next tech giant set to cut a substantial number of jobs as soon as this week. As many as 10,000 employees could be affected. Meanwhile, FedEx will temporarily furlough drivers starting next month, just before the holidays, due to lower than expected demand. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Thank you, Wendy. Let's see how stocks are faring at the noon hour. The Dow Jones is up 133 points. The NASDAQ way up 242 points. And the S&P 500 is up 51. Still to come today at noon, we'll have today's ag prices, and Chris is back with the latest forecast. And then later this afternoon on Live at 4, Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council will be here with some great recipes that'll warm you up on this snowy day. She's making beef, pot roast, and a country fried steak with gravy. Hope you'll join us later this afternoon for Live at 4.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, Everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. Yeah. And that's why they all start dancing. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet, commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Leaves give way to snow. Midwestern winters bring rough weather and high energy bills. Feldco's here to help with our biggest sale of the season. 50% off windows, no money down, and no interest until 2024. Winter's right around the corner, and the clock is ticking.
50% off windows and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. Yeah. And that's why they all start dancing. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Kerry Washington is on the Jennifer Hudson Show. Plus, the star of Kerry's new series, Reasonable Doubt. Welcome Emma Yassi Coronati. Then, former Idol finalist David Archuleta is here.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
Looking to land a job? Well, it could be waiting for you right here in the 608. Tomorrow, Josh shares how you can connect with dozens of potential employers at one big event.
Plus, we're still going to be tracking snow for your Wednesday and perhaps more on Thursday. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Farm Director Pam Yankee is at the National Farm Broadcasters Convention today. She'll be back with us on Monday. So here are the farm numbers for Tuesday. Nation says the world's population will hit 8 billion people today. Ian Lee has the story from London.
It's not a small world after all. We now share the planet with 8 billion people, according to the United Nations. At a hospital in Bangladesh, Adil Ahmed is holding his newborn for the first time. His joy is mixed with worry. He says as the population grows, the world's resources are not enough. About 333 million people now live in the United States, making it the world's third most populous country. Nigeria is on track to overtake the U.S. in the coming years as its population soars. But the country already lacks basic services like reliable electricity and public transportation.
The growing population in the country is a cause for concern.
Next year, India is set to dethrone China as the world's most populous country. The UN estimates half of future growth will come from just 8 countries, 5 of which are in Africa. The growth rate is slowing down worldwide, and in some countries, like Russia and Japan, their populations are even shrinking. But when it comes to the next generation, climate experts say it's all about each person's impact on the planet. For instance, Kenya has a population of 55 million people, about 95 times more than Wyoming. But Wyoming emits nearly 4 times more carbon dioxide. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
And let's head back over to Chris for the latest on today's snowfall. Is there more snow still to come today, Chris?
There is more snow still to come. So we are not done just yet, but I will tell you the sun angle is high enough in the sky that our road conditions are doing decent at the moment. I'm not going to say they're completely clear, but it's okay. This is what we're looking at. We're seeing some slippery stretches. That's what this pink means from our DOT cam. Some area roadways are clear, but there are at least some slippery stretches while you're out there. We'll see things kind of hanging out with the snowflakes flying for the rest of today. So still use that caution while you're out and about. There are going to be periods where some steadier rates of snowfall do pop up, but if you zoom things out, a lot of that steady snow that we had to our south this morning, now a little bit more focused farther to the north. This is a decent band of snow along I-94 between Madison and Milwaukee. I mean, it is coming down right there. But we're going to continue to see that light snow. Stick around with us for the rest of your afternoon and into the evening. This is 5 o'clock. You're driving home. We're still seeing that light snow. Temperatures are hovering right around that freezing point. It's 33 right now. We likely won't see too much movement. If we see any, it's going the other way a little bit later on. This is now the overnight hours. We're still dealing with the light snow. It begins to taper mainly to just snow showers and flurries at this point, but we're still going to see some of that light snow hanging around into parts of your Wednesday as well. So here we are. We're focused on the Madison Metro, and we get towards your evening commute, and we're still seeing more of that snow working its way through the area. After 5, 10 o'clock, that's where we start to see lighter snow. So we've got about an inch and a half right now. And there's still probably about an inch to an inch and a half of snow to come today. And then we'll see about half an inch to another inch of the light snow showers on top of that moving towards tomorrow. My bottom line for you is this. Give yourself extra time while you are out and about. Prepare for the snow to stick around all day. And this is a big one. I said this one this morning, and if I were going to be here through the rest of the winter, you'd hear me say this through the rest of the winter. I want you to remember it for the rest of the winter and beyond. Peacefully, lovingly, and slowly. Drive with those 3 words in mind, especially when it's snowing. You are going to get to where you're going, but it needs to be peacefully, lovingly, and slowly. If we all practice our Midwestern nice while we're on the roads, it'll do us well when it comes to the winter. The alert day sticks around for the rest of today, up to an inch tomorrow, 28 on Thursday, and guess what? A cold front comes through. Guess what's with that cold front? Another system. So we see more chances for snow on Thursday. Guess what? You've got more chances for flurries on Friday and again on Saturday. So it's a stretch since last weekend where we've seen more days with snowflakes flying than not. But we'll start to clear things out by Sunday. Arctic high pressure is right in control. We're waking up at 9 degrees on Sunday morning, and I have a feeling it's going to be even colder than that. By the time we get towards next week, we'll see those temperatures moderate just a bit, perhaps warm enough for rain chances, but some of that still could be even mixed with some snowflakes towards next Wednesday and Thursday. I'll say this. It seems like year after year after year, there's a major storm system across parts of the country as we start to move towards Thanksgiving. This year, I'm seeing signals right now that tell me it's not going to be any different. There could be an impactful storm somewhere across the country as we move towards Thanksgiving, or at least the weekend following. So we've got to watch that.
We will keep an eye on it. Peacefully, slowly. What did you say? Peacefully?
Peacefully, lovingly, and slowly.
That's a good mantra for this weather.
Yes, it is.
All right, Chris, thank you. Still to come today at noon, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test kitchen.
Looking to make your holiday feast stress-free? Today, I've got some tips that you're not going to want to miss. Oh, did I say they're tasty, too? They are.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Due to someone else's carelessness, Martha was seriously injured. She knew to call Hupy and Abraham.
They got me way more than I thought I would ever get.
Tell them you mean business.
If you want to win, call Hupy and Abraham.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
good to go.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
In Madison, contact Heating and Cooling Incorporated to maximize your comfort and energy savings, whatever the season.
Hey, we're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh, hand-picked local Medicare. What do you mean when you say shop local for Medicare?
A lot of Medicare health plans have benefits that are specific to your county. So why would you call a national 1-800 number when your local Medicare plans have all the bells and whistles the national TV ads promise, only better?
Don't be fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to your Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and their services are free.
It's your last chance to save on big projects. Hurry into Menards for the last 11% off in 2022. Get 11% off easy flooring updates for your home. Find your style and save 11% on Patriot lighting. Transform your home with 11% off new Mastercraft doors. Or go even bigger and get 11% off on a new garage. Don't miss out. There's no limit to what you can save during Menards' last 11% off in 2022.
Save big money at Menards.
One doesn't usually think of robots when you think about agriculture, but Rank Seed does. Rank is rooted in technology, striving to bring the best products to their customers. From DNA-level development of genetics and traits, GPS-linked assessment of yield and performance, to gravity tables and color sorters, to make sure Rank has the highest germination and the purest seed. Rank couples its customer-friendly service with the latest technologies needed to bring the best products to its farmers. From research to results, Rank Seed is rooted in technology.
Distracted drivers cause serious injuries.
The driver behind me was on her cell phone, rear-ended me. I absolutely would recommend Hupy and Abraham. They know how to get you all the money that you deserve.
Tell them, you mean business.
With all the holiday gatherings, there's a lot of pressure on us to make sure that everything is just right. So to help us out, let me share a handful of ideas that start with a few refrigerated and frozen shortcuts that'll make any holiday get-together stress-free. Since no holiday feast is complete without mashed potatoes, here's an idea. Mix a bit of butter and sour cream into a container of refrigerated mashed potatoes. Place them in a casserole dish and bake them off. Before serving them, finish them with some shredded cheddar and a few scallions. And if sweet potatoes are a must on your holiday table, try topping a container of refrigerated store-bought ones with a mixture of flour, butter, brown sugar, and pecans for a southern favorite that is always welcome. Rather than serving plain old stuffing, why not add some crumbled refrigerated or frozen sausage to it, along with some chopped onions? Want to make it meat-free? Use a plant-based sausage. And if you're tight on oven space, go ahead. Use your slow cooker. With roasted veggies being all the rage, toss some frozen Brussels sprouts, onions, and butternut squash with a bit of olive oil and a few seasoning. Then pop them in your air fryer, and before serving it, we finish it with crumbled bacon. And you'll have a side dish that'll be the hit of the holidays. When you team all of these with your favorite main dish, you're good to go. To get these recipe ideas that start with a few freezer and refrigerated staples, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. With these easy shortcuts, your holiday feast is sure to deliver lots of, ooh, it's so good.
Final check with Chris.
We're going to continue to see those snowflakes flying today. The alert day remains in the forecast with flakes until the weekend.
Thanks, Chris. Have a good afternoon, everybody. See you back here at 4.